Good morning, dear students. How are you? How are you doing? Welcome to our magical world, our story for the second term, The Tempest, by William Shakespeare. This is the cover of our story. From the cover, you can see that the tempest means a huge storm in the sea. A huge storm in the sea. Again, if you look to the cover of the page, you are going to find a man with a stick and long gray hair. If you are going to look at his cloak, you are going to notice that there are some drawings on his cloak. And we call it magic. So, the storm is created by this old magician. Let's see what is his story. Let's go first to our characters in this story. We have a main character in our story, Prospero. Prospero is the rightful Duke of Milan. Okay? His daughter, he has got a daughter called Miranda, and Antonio, his brother, who plotted against him. So we have Prospero, the main character, and who is Prospero, the rightful Duke of Milan. Again, Miranda, who is Miranda, she is Prospero's daughter. Does Prospero have a brother? Yes. His name is Antonio, and he plotted against Prospero to take over his dukedom. Let's go. Are these only the characters? No. We have also Gonzalo, the king's counselor. The king's counselor. And what do I mean by counselor? The king takes his opinion and discusses important things with him. He is like an advisor for him. Again, Prospero. Does Prospero have enemies, friends, or any other people or characters? Yes, he has. We have King Alonso, King of Naples, who plotted against Prospero. So, Alonso, at the very beginning of the story, was Prospero's enemy. Okay, Alonso, King of Naples, who plotted against Prospero. Alonso has got a son, and his name was Ferdinand. Ferdinand, Alonso's son. We have Sebastian, and who is Sebastian? Alonso's brother, who plotted to kill the king and take the throne. We have our main character, Prospero, who has got two helpers, two servants. Later on, we are going to know about them. Who are they? A spirit, a girl called Earl, the spirit who is bound to serve Prospero. Earl, the spirit, she is a girl who is bound to serve Prospero. Of course, spirit and a magician, so it helps him in his magical powers. We have another helper, servant, Caliban, Prospero's slave on the island, half human, half devil, and son of Cyclops. we have two minor characters, Stefano, Alonso's butler, and Trinclo, Alonso's jester. What do I mean by butler? Servant, and Trinclo, Alonso's jester, clown. Let's go and have a quick look at our characters again and know something about them. Our characters, we are going to start with Prospero, our main character, and let's see. He is the main character in the story, the rightful Duke of Milan, whose brother Antonio plotted with Alonso, King of Naples, to kill him. He was forced to escape with his daughter Miranda with the help of honest Gonzalo. He spent 12 years on the island studying magical powers. Miranda, and of course, we know that Miranda is his daughter, a principal character. She is the daughter of Prospero. Although she is innocent and naive, she is also a charming and gentle girl who stands for herself when needed. She is compassionate, generous, and loyal to her father. Antonio, Prospero's brother, he quickly presents that he is power-hungry and foolish. What do I mean by power-hungry? That he is greedy and he wants to take over the power and to rule the dukedom of Milan. He plotted with King Alonso to kill his brother and take over the dukedom. Gonzalo, an old honest lord, the king's counselor, Gonzalo helped Prospero and Miranda to escape after Antonio took over Prospero's title. So the one who helped Prospero to escape from Milan was old honest Lord Gonzalo, his counselor. Earl, Prospero's spirit helper. She was rescued by Prospero from a long imprisonment at the hands of the witch Cycrax, where, on the island where Prospero landed. She is mischievous. What do I mean by mischievous? She can trick all people. Of course, she is a spirit. And later on the events, you are going to see her in many different shapes. She carries out every task that Prospero needs to accomplish. Caliban, another of Prospero's servants, Caliban, the son of now dead witch Cycrax, she was a very wicked witch. He believes that the island rightfully belongs to him and has been stolen by Prospero. His speech is sometimes brutal, which means cruel. He always says bad things and curses Prospero. Let's go and see the other party, the king's party. King is Alonso's party. Alonso, King of Naples and father of Ferdinand, he aided Antonio in plotting against Prospero as Duke of Milan 12 years ago. He is actually aware of all the consequences of his actions. He is aware of the wrong things he had done and he takes responsibility for them. Ferdinand, son of Alonso, he seems in some ways to be as pure and naive as Miranda. Sebastian, Alonso's brother, like Antonio, he is both aggressive and cowardly. How he is now contradictory. He is both aggressive. He plots against people. He wants to hurt people. He wanted to even kill Prospero. But he can do the action himself, and that's why he is cowardly. He just provokes others to do the thing for him. He is easily persuaded to kill his brother. What about the themes of our story? The story and the play carries different themes. Let's take a look at them. The play is about magic, betrayal, love, and forgiveness. It's also about appearance versus reality, rights, and power. The settings. It is set on an island somewhere near Italy where Prospero, the one-time Duke of Milan, and his beautiful daughter lived with a spirit called Errol and a strange wild man called Caliban. Let's see, when did our story really begin? Our story began 12 years ago, before the real incidents, before the storm, the tempest. Let's see what happened 12 years ago. What happened 12 years ago? Years before the action of the tempest begins, two men plotted to kill Prospero, who was then the Duke of Milan. These two men were Prospero's brother, Antonio, and the king of Naples, Alonso, and his brother, Sebastian. So, who plotted against Prospero? And who was Prospero? Prospero was the rightful Duke of Milan, the Duke of Milan, and he was betrayed by his brother Antonio, who plotted with King Alonso, King of Naples, and Sebastian, his brother, to kill Prospero and to take over the dukedom. What was their purpose? The purpose of these men's plot was to remove Prospero from power and put Antonio in his place. Did Antonio succeed in this? Yes, Antonio succeeded in taking over the dukedom. But did they succeed in killing Prospero? Do you think they succeeded in this? No. Why? They didn't, because Gonzalo, remember who was Gonzalo? The king's counselor, an old, honest man, told Prospero their plot and helped him escape from Milan on a rotting boat. Prospero and Miranda had survived and found exile on a small island where Prospero studied how to use and control his magical powers. Prospero, now a powerful magician who creates a storm that sets the scene of the play.